Hi everybody, this is Saad for the Sad Truth. A few years ago I authored an article which I published on my Psychology Today blog titled "The United Nations is a Morally Bankrupt Body." And in the article I basically focused on the United Nations Human Rights Council and some of the nations that have served on that council to demonstrate just the breathtaking hypocrisy of the whole exercise. So some of the countries that at the time were serving, or countries that have served in the past, include, let me just read here, China, Cuba, Jordan, Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Libya, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. And some of the past members had included at that point Algeria, Bahrain, Egypt, and Pakistan. All wonderful countries with impeccable human rights traditions. So it's very, very nice to have such a well-functioning body. But today I wanted to push this discussion to one particular focus of the United Nations, and that is in the manner in which it levies, if you'd like, condemnations. And so there's an organization called UN Watch. They're a group that exactly does that. They watch the actions and machinations of the United Nations, and they basically did an analysis of all condemnations that have been issued by the United Nations Human Rights Council going back to 2006. And incidentally, I'll put links both to my Psychology Today article and to the site in question at the bottom of this clip. And here's what they've come up with. So this is, again, from 2006 till now. They simply tabulated the number of condemnations that each country has tallied so far. Before I do that, would you like to think about some of these countries that might potentially have many condemnations? How about Saudi Arabia? Well, they've received 0. What about South Sudan? 0. Somalia? 0. What about, let's see here, Uganda? They have some pretty nasty positions that they hold on all sorts of issues. 0. Yemen? 0. Zimbabwe is not really a bastion of human rights. 0. What about China? Boy, they can violate some human rights in China. 0. How about Cuba? They're not very big on this whole freedom of speech stuff in Cuba and political dissent. How about that? How about them? 0. What about Egypt? 0. I mean, I wish I were making this stuff up. How about Bangladesh? They're going around hacking atheist blockers. 0. And of course, you can generally get the pattern here. Now, there's this one country that has received 62 official condemnations. 62. Now, to put this in perspective, never mind that country has 62, Saudi Arabia has 0. I mean, that must be one hell of a nasty country, really composed of truly evil folks. But the amalgamation of all other condemnations from all other countries is 55. So this country has garnered 62 condemnations by itself, and the rest of the world, all the human rights violations of the rest of humanity combined, is 55. Those are some pretty evil folks. So, you ready? Who is it? Can you guess? Drum roll. Oh yeah, it's the evil little Satan. At number 1 with 62 official condemnations, it's Israel. So there are two possibilities here. We either have it's certainly possible that Israel is such a horrific place that it is absolutely true that they commit roughly half of all of the official human rights violation across all of humanity. The other possibility is there might be a slight, a subtle, a just detectable bias stemming from the United Nations. Now, I don't have next to me my Aslan Uyghur Decoder 5000, so otherwise I might have entered this data to see what comes out of it. But I'm thinking that my intuition is that there might be a bit of a bias. So there you have it, people. This is what happens when a good idea, like having a United Nations, is hijacked by all sorts of nefarious forces, which perhaps I'll get into in some future Sad Truth clip. Have a good day. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Talk to you soon. Ciao.